Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience. Welcome to a journey into the world of flow, a place where happiness and fulfillment are attainable through the art of finding balance, understanding pleasure versus enjoyment, and discovering the zone. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience takes you on an insightful exploration, revealing how to combat the disillusionment found in contemporary life. Delve into the captivating realms of mindfulness, mental flow state, harmonious goals, and the value of relationships as you join the quest for true happiness and purpose.
Chasing meaning, facing discontent. When we observe our lives, they may appear insignificant, causing us to search for solace in religion or chase after external rewards like wealth and fame. However, these pursuits often mislead us, leading to a lack of critical thinking and an inability to sustain happiness. For instance, organized religions have presented us with guidelines for living meaningful lives, but many of these principles have been proven incorrect. Similarly, powerful empires and cultures in history appeared to have control over their destinies, but ultimately crumbled. Despite their apparent success, individuals pursuing material wealth and power rarely find true happiness. In fact, research has shown no significant correlation between wealth and life satisfaction. Our modern, luxurious world might seem like an ideal place to live, but the pursuit of material possessions doesn't guarantee happiness. This is evident when we consider the number of wealthy people seeking psychiatric help. The futile quest to find meaning and happiness in our lives leads us to attempt to change our environment through displays of affluence and power. Nevertheless, these endeavors prove inadequate in sustaining our contentment. Embracing critical thinking and questioning the validity of superficial beliefs may provide a more authentic path toward fulfillment and happiness. Mastering attention for fulfillment. In the limited time we have, most people prefer instant gratification to enriching experiences, opting for simple pleasures rather than the challenging and ultimately more rewarding process of enjoyment. This tendency to choose passive, consumptive activities or substances can inhibit personal growth and diminish our ability to concentrate. To achieve fulfillment, we need to shift our focus towards activities that stretch our skills, extend our attention, and contribute to our personal development. We tend to gravitate towards easy, effortless indulgences as a balm for the humdrum of daily life. These pleasures, like eating or sleeping, offer a quick fix and a sense of comfort when our energy is depleted. Unfortunately, these fleeting moments provide little value beyond temporary respite. In contrast, experiences of enjoyment emerge when we dedicate our attention to activities that push our abilities, enabling us to move past our inherent limitations. As we strive to achieve self-imposed goals, we gain control over our attention and find satisfaction in the process. Take, for example, the act of preparing a new dish. This activity demands patience, creativity, and an openness to exploration, cultivating a refined palate and a deeper appreciation for the culinary experience. The challenge and engagement contribute to genuine enjoyment and personal growth. However, it's unfortunate that we often opt for escapism and mindlessly pleasurable activities, such as sitting in front of the television, instead of investing in ourselves. Substance use, such as alcohol or drugs, can further diminish our attention span, impairing our potential to grow and thrive. Instead, we should seize opportunities that require active engagement, skill development, and focused concentration. Choosing experiences of enjoyment over passive pleasures can promote personal growth and amplify our ability to find lasting fulfillment in life. By resisting the lure of instant gratification and committing to the path of growth and complexity, we can unlock our full potential and achieve a more enriching existence. Unlocking the power of flow. The exhilarating sensation of being in the zone transcends language and culture barriers. It is characterized by total immersion in a task, which requires a balance between skill and challenge, clear goals, and immediate feedback. Surgeons experience this sensation during successful operations with visible results. Similarly, rock climbers rely on their expertise to overcome fear-inducing challenges, while Melanesian sailors demonstrate an uncanny ability to navigate by focusing intently on water currents. This state of flow allows individuals to shed the burdens of self-consciousness and anxiety, ultimately leading to a stronger sense of connection and control. When people experience being in the zone, they find themselves deeply immersed in a task that harmoniously couples skill and challenge, providing clear goals and immediate feedback. The feeling extends across languages and cultures, and can be observed in professions such as surgeons, who visibly see their desired outcomes manifest during, say, a well-executed operation with minimal blood loss. Likewise, rock climbers enjoy the sense of control derived from using their expertise to overcome their fears. By fully concentrating on assessing the demands of a climb, they manage to quell apprehension and maintain full engagement. Melanesian sailors have also been observed exhibiting this state of flow, unerringly navigating hundreds of miles away from their home island simply by honing in on the movements of the water currents around their vessel. Central to this experience is the merging of one's actions and awareness within the task, which ultimately leads to heightened control. This powerful immersion allows individuals to free themselves of self-consciousness, worry, and anxiety, enabling them to lose track of time and truly become captivated by their work. In these moments, rock climbers are so focused on the rock face that they dismiss their personal concerns, and surgeons often report feeling as though their entire team has fused into a single entity. Only by unlocking the power of flow can we truly achieve this deep connection and sense of control in our lives. Expanding personal limits. A curious encounter in a Naples antique store demonstrates how challenging ourselves with tasks that are neither too easy nor too difficult can lead to personal growth and skill improvement. Striking a balance between the extremes is crucial, as it stretches our abilities just enough to keep us motivated. Furthermore, aligning our skills with personal goals and passions, rather than being driven by external circumstances or expectations, results in more profound, lasting growth. This is exemplified by individuals who were able to improve their skills and maintain their sanity during times of extreme hardship, such as ceramicist Eva Zeisel while imprisoned under Stalin's regime. One day in Naples, a U.S. tourist entered an antique store with the intention to purchase a sculpture. When the owner quoted a high price, the tourist agreed to pay. However, the owner then swore that the sculpture wasn't for sale. Why did he do this, you ask? The owner enjoyed the art of haggling and the intellectual challenge it presented, as it served to improve his mental agility and selling abilities. We, too, can expand our personal limits by engaging in activities that aren't too simple nor too complex. For instance, those new to tennis usually feel a sense of accomplishment when hitting the ball over the net. As their skills progress, however, this task may become monotonous and lose its appeal, prompting the search for increasingly difficult challenges. When the challenge is well matched, though, such as choosing an opponent with slightly greater skill, it offers an opportunity for growth and improvement. To truly enhance our skills and abilities, aligning them with personal aspirations and passions is key, rather than catering to external rewards or threats. The story of Eva Zeisel, a ceramic artist imprisoned by Stalin's regime, illustrates this concept. In order to maintain her sanity and find solace amidst adversity, Zeisel played chess against herself, memorized her poetry, and practiced gymnastics. Individuals like Zeisel, lacking external motivators, created their own games to preserve their mental well-being, hone their imaginations, and retain control over their consciousness. Unleash mindfulness through walking. Walking can become an eye-opening experience when we practice mindfulness by observing the sights around us. This heightened perception allows us to connect better with the world and find inspiration in our daily lives. Expanding our mindfulness to music enables us to experience sensory, analogic, and analytic layers that deepen our appreciation for art. To enhance self-control and mindfulness, ancient Eastern wisdom, primarily through yoga practices, can provide the mental discipline and focus needed to achieve a heightened level of perception and a greater sense of connection with the world around us. For many, walking is an uneventful activity focused on reaching a destination. Yet, imagine embracing the diverse sights as we walk, observing people's interactions, appreciating architectural designs, and acknowledging historical artifacts. In such moments, we can practice mindfulness and experience the world beyond our automatic responses. In these acts of mindfulness, we open ourselves to a world full of inspiration. Take the sky, for instance, an everyday wonder, where we can find awe in the peculiar shapes and breathtaking colors. By being mindful of such marvels, we can feel deeply connected to the world and embrace the power of perceiving things from a fresh perspective. Now, let's apply this mindfulness to music. Our modern world offers endless musical choices, but how often do we truly immerse ourselves in the complexities of sound? By attentively listening to music, we unlock different levels: sensory, where the body resonates with rhythm and bass; analogic, which evokes imagery within our mind. Imagine a snow-covered forest journey with Tchaikovsky; and analytic, understanding a piece's structure, comparing it to other works, and delving into the creative process. To sharpen our self-control and expand mindfulness, we can adopt ancient Eastern practices such as yoga. Yoga has been a path to free oneself from the ego and focus on positive objectives aligned with personal goals. By following the yoga principles of nonviolence, obedience, cleanliness, disciplined study, and recognizing a higher power, we can attain exquisite control over our minds and elevate our perception of the world through the power of our own bodies. Unleashing flow state. The flow state, an enjoyable state of focused attention, can be attained through various exercises and activities beyond the realm of sports. Engaging and stimulating our minds in practices such as creating our own crossword puzzles, diving into subjects of interest to us, and exploring different fields of knowledge can help us develop mental connections, promote contemplation, and steer our focus away from personal flaws. Accomplishments in science and philosophy are often driven by the enjoyment individuals derive from expanding their knowledge and improving their skills, exemplified by Isaac Newton, Gregor Mendel, and Albert Einstein. We often find instant gratification and focused attention in sports and exercise, but did you know our minds can provide a similar experience? The flow state, a state of optimal enjoyment and involvement, can be achieved through numerous mental and knowledge-based activities. When it comes to language and memory exercises, creating your own crossword puzzles can enliven conversations beyond mundane small talk and sharpen your wordplay skills. The process propels you into a flow state and encourages a more self-reliant form of enjoyment. Memorizing information about topics you're passionate about, like poetry or historical events, can boost your connection to the subject and awaken your mental prowess. Doing so enables you to rely on your own memory to engage your mind, facilitating a stronger and more personal stimulus. To embrace the flow state, it's crucial to focus on external subjects instead of exclusively concentrating on your own imperfections. Take Bertrand Russell's approach to happiness, for instance. By indulging yourself in multiple fields of knowledge or admiring great individuals, you'll be more inclined to adopt a wider perspective. Many renowned scientists have advanced in their fields thanks to the pleasure they derived from honing their skills. Isaac Newton formulated his theory of gravity during an isolated period of contemplation in a farmhouse, while the gardening hobby of clergyman Gregor Mendel marked the inception of genetics. Not to mention, Albert Einstein's free time was productively spent working on his groundbreaking theories. The common thread here: pure enjoyment fueled the pursuit of discovery in science and philosophy, illustrating the power of flow state on our path to success. Unlock flow through work. Daily routines and jobs often leave people feeling dissatisfied, with leisure time being spent recovering from work. However, work can evolve into something rewarding and engaging if approached with the right mindset, such as finding flow in work. An example is of the elderly residents in an Italian hamlet who found fulfillment in their laborious daily tasks and wouldn't change them, even if they were wealthy. People can achieve a flow-like state in work by setting intrinsic rewards, like surpassing previous performance levels or learning about the job. Embracing challenges and developing a deeper understanding of one's role in the company can help transform work into an opportunity for growth and enjoyment, instead of just a means to an end. The power of relationships. Cherished connections with family, friends, and neighbors are the keys to happiness and personal growth. Families should encourage their members' unique traits and skills, while also fostering a sense of unity and fairness. Spending time with friends bolsters our expressive side and cultivates fulfillment, self-esteem, and motivation. Engaging with our communities opens doors for new experiences and personal development. Investing in relationships ultimately leads to a richer, more satisfying life. Fulfilling relationships are a cornerstone of human experience. A supportive family offers honesty, unconditional acceptance, and shared long-term goals. When families embrace each individual's unique skills and qualities, while also nurturing a sense of belonging, positive experiences and habits emerge. Observing parents engage in skillful activities like carpentry or cooking, for instance, inspires children to adopt and pursue these positive attributes. In addition to family, meaningful friendships are vital for refining our expressive side. Our abilities can be categorized into instrumental skills, like those needed for survival and career, and expressive skills that convey our personalities. Time spent with friends encourages our expressive side, resulting in heightened happiness, self-esteem, strength, and motivation. Additionally, friends provide an invaluable audience and sounding board for our thoughts and ideas. Lastly, nurturing connections within our community fosters opportunities for novelty and personal growth. By embracing neighborly interactions, we expand our horizons and resist stagnation. This concept is exemplified by Canadian Indigenous tribes that establish permanent villages in areas abundant with food, but periodically relocate to explore new regions and hone new techniques for survival. This practice both challenges their routine lives and instills a sense of rejuvenation and learning. In conclusion, investing in relationships with family, friends, and neighbors brings forth bountiful rewards for personal happiness and development. The power of relationships unlocks our potential and enriches our lives. Embrace challenges, find solutions. Life inevitably presents us with unforeseen challenges, which can sometimes stir frustration. Instead of giving up, approach them using the following 3 strategies. Firstly, put aside your ego and trust in your capability to handle the situation, recognizing that frustration often arises from conflicts with our intentions. Secondly, practice mindfulness, focusing on the environment and aspects relevant to the task at hand, just like Charles Lindbergh did while flying solo across the Atlantic. Lastly, don't give up when facing challenging circumstances. Use them as an opportunity to explore new solutions, which may even turn out to be more rewarding experiences. Crafting personal meaning. Life may seem devoid of meaning, as external forces impact it. However, the beauty lies in the fact that we can choose our unique paths and strive to give our lives significance. To achieve this, establish an end goal that immerses you in challenges, ignites passion, and sets you apart from others' opinions. Be determined, act on your goals and avoid procrastination. Once you've done this, harmonize your goals and resolutions around a central life theme, as did historic figures like Malcolm X. With clear goals and unwavering resolve, we're capable of changing the world and making it a better place. Our existence may not hold an inherent meaning, but we possess the power to choose and create our own purpose in life. To infuse your life with significance, your top priority should be setting an overarching objective, one that keeps you engaged with intricate challenges and allows you to disregard the judgments of others. For instance, Renaissance artists found meaning by fusing the best elements of 2 competing realms, one of sensory experiences and the tangible world, and the other of abstraction and spirituality. After determining your ultimate goal, it's crucial to act upon it with strong intentions and unwavering determination. Many individuals fall into the trap of being an armchair activist, constantly planning but never executing. People like Antonio Gramsci broke this cycle by transforming hardships into fuel for meaningful action. In his case, he became a powerful force against fascism. To maximize your potential, your intentions must align with a central life theme. Malcolm X, a former drug dealer who emerged from prison both educated and enlightened, serves as an extraordinary example. Through reading and self-reflection, he found his life's purpose in advocating for civil rights. Energized by well-defined goals and resolute determination, humans are capable of seemingly impossible feats, from combating fatal illnesses to creating masterful artworks, and even venturing to the moon. Dedicate yourself to crafting your personal meaning, act on it, and leave an indelible mark on the world.
In conclusion, flow teaches us that the real essence of happiness and fulfillment lies in identifying and pursuing our passions and purpose in life. By engaging in activities that challenge and stretch us, staying immersed in the zone of focus, and developing harmonious goals and relationships, we can overcome the dissatisfaction and emptiness that pervade modern existence. Ultimately, the power to create a meaningful life lies within each of us, as we nurture our connections, mindfulness, and self-control. Embrace the wisdom shared by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi and embark on your own journey to a life filled with richness, contentment, and intrinsic reward.